Today on YTD, we will be trying protein bars. Damn it. You tried that. You tried that. I'm Nick Norrick, my pal Chad Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Hey.
Protein.
Protein bars.
Damn it.
I'm sorry. They were all at my work. I could steal them for free, okay? I'm sorry. But if there's free food at my work, we have to try it on the pod.
We have no choice.
All right? I didn't have to pay any tariffs on these bars.
We have a big bowl of loose mixed nuts. That's what I'm going to give you guys next time. Just scoop out.
Yeah, they do have like a in the fridge at work. They have just like a big bowl of hard-boiled eggs, like just loose, unwrapped hard-boiled eggs.
What?
Which I'm not touching that. Like that sounds nasty. I don't know how long those eggs have been there, but I am.
That's worth a lot, though.
I should probably mail you some. We could just eat a hard-boiled egg.
Do you like hard-boiled eggs, Chad?
I do. I prefer a soft-boiled egg, but
Right.
hard-boiled eggs.
So how much money would you have to be paid to just grab a loose hard-boiled egg out of that bowl and eat it?
Like $1, probably.
Isn't that a famous
That's
movie
kinda
thing
gross.
about how many hard-boiled eggs, like, Cool Hand Luke can eat or something like that? Like, he eats like 50 hard-boiled eggs. I'm pretty sure that's
Okay, let's find out
thing that exists.
how many
I
hard-boiled
think you are right. He made a bet
eggs
with somebody.
can Cool Hand Luke eat.
This is riveting.
Eats
Interesting.
50 hard-boiled eggs in 1 hour as part of a challenge. Wow.
Wow.
I've never seen that
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Paul Newman was a good-looking man, too.
Okay, we got a listener
Okay.
question. This
Yeah.
is from Aaron.
Is there someone out there who has the exact same name as you, and how much do you know about them from Googling your own name?
Okay, so I knew this would be a good one for when Geiger's going, but for me, it's pretty easy personally to hide any search for me because there was a NFL kicker with my same name, and it's also just a very common first and last name. Chad, I would assume you have the same thing where other people also have it.
Yeah, there's like I've searched for my name many times to make sure I'm not visible, but fortunately there was a Chad Hancock who like died of cancer some number of years ago, and there's this Chad Hancock Foundation that like raises money for cancer research or something like that.
What good fortune that is. You're correct.
Thank God this fuck died, so that people can't search for me.
The closest thing I had to mix up was I once, like, at my regular dentist, there was another Nick Novak who went to that dentist.
Whoa.
And so every single time I went in, they had to clarify which one I was.
Oh. Who had worse teeth? Did you ever find out?
Right.
My cousin, his name is John, so he's a John Hancock, which is literally
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
How
not
many
gonna find
give
him.
me the old John Hancock jokes does he get?
Oh, I mean, I got a
every
ton
day?
growing up, and my first name's not even John, so I can't even imagine how many he's got.
Right.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Geiger.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Okay. I feel like I might have talked about this, but I
Possibly.
can't remember. So yeah, I discovered quickly when I was in college that there was another Nicholas R. Geiger, like somewhere loose in the Milwaukee area, who apparently
He was on the loose.
he was a rampant criminal. So I would get like these creditor calls. I was living with my dad at the time, and these credit card companies would be calling me like, "Oh, we're sending you to collections," and I'm like, "No, I don't even own a credit card. Like, you're not sending me anywhere." And they kept going, "Oh, you owe us money, you owe us money." And my dad was convinced I was like opening up all these bills and not paying.
I'm 9. Wait, why didn't you have a credit card?
And I didn't get a credit card till like almost the end of college.
Oh, it was high school, you said.
No, it was college, but I mean, I didn't. What was I gonna? I can't pay that credit card bill off with peanuts that I had in my pocket. That's all.
Yeah,
I
I don't think I got
money.
a credit card till I was like maybe a senior, even in college.
Yeah.
Or maybe a
Oh, wow.
junior. Or something.
I got it near the very tail end of college, and then I just used it to buy gas so I could build credit. really exciting story.
You should just pay for everything with cash and check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I remember you paying with pennies and nickels for stuff.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I paid all my taxes with it. I just sent it in a bag of nickels. The same. Yeah. So anyway, so it started off with like innocuous enough about like bills getting sent to collection in my name and stuff. And I kept saying, well, that's not me. That's not me. And then I was working for my dad and we got a phone call from a policeman.
To be fair, the collections hears that a lot, probably.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but I was definitely worried it wasn't me. Not worried it was me because I didn't own any of those credit cards.
Collections calls and you just hold the phone up to like the Shaggy song on the radio. It wasn't me.
I didn't buy that Corolla. It was me. So I was at my dad's place and this cop calls and my dad's like, what'd you do? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, the police want to talk to you. And I'm like, I don't know. Like I live a pretty fucking boring life, even in college. So I pick up the phone and this police officer is like, this is detective so-and-so. Like, where were you on, blah, blah, blah day? And I go, I don't know. Like, it was like a random day out of the, like from 2 months ago. I'm like, I have no fucking idea. Uh-oh. So he's like, well, I'm like, what day of the week is that? It was like, it was a classic whodunit scene where he goes, and I go, I don't fucking know. So it was like
Officer Walrus.
Not exactly the diner scene from Heat between the two of us. So he's like, it was a Tuesday, and I said, well, Tuesday at 10 o'clock, I would have been in school. He's like, you go, what school? I go, UWM. He goes, well, you weren't operating a vehicle at the time. I go, I don't have a car. I was in school. I said, what is this about? And he wouldn't tell me. I finally said, what is this about? I didn't do whatever it is. I was in class. He goes, someone with your name. And apparently like, it's not only like Nicholas Geiger, it's Nicholas R. Geiger. And we had like similar birthdays and like builds and like everything. Apparently the guy stole a car and then left it in like the no parking zone at an airport or something like that was his crime. So I'm like, no, I didn't do that. And he goes, okay, well, stick around in case you have more questions. I'm like, for the other,
stick around,
stick around in case I have other questions that you can't answer because you didn't do it.
Like, don't leave the country.
Yeah, I was like, stick around, Dad. I got to get to Canada, but you got to drive.
He was seen leaving the club with ladies. Trust me, that was not
me. Yeah. It said the perpetrator was attractive and had a huge penis. I'm out. That's not me.
Dad, can you take me to the airport? I left my car in the no parking zone there. Gotta fly out.
I'll pay you back in spoiled credit cards. They don't spoil. See, I told you I didn't really have any. So I got pulled over for speeding, and the guy comes up and he takes my license and stuff. And then he's like in the car for like 45 minutes. And I'm like, what? And
wait, how much later was this from?
This was maybe like 4 months later.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is this taking so long? Just give me a ticket. And he comes back. He's like, sorry. Do you know that there's like a warrant out for a man with your name's arrest in this area? I go, yeah, I know. I said, I know. He stole a car. He left it at the airport. He doesn't pay any of his bills. He goes, oh, this was the first time you've been. I go, it's not me.
You know way too much about him.
And he goes,
he never gets any ladies. I know. Yeah, I've heard all this before.
So he goes, well, I mean, we just got to, because your names are similar. And your bill. I'm like, I know. He's like my doppelganger. Apparently, it's not me. He goes,
well, we're having a real hard time catching him, so we're going to take you.
Well, he's like, we just have to make sure it's not you. I said, don't we have different like driver's license numbers or social security number? Like, there's different identifiers between the two of us. We can't have the same identical sets of information. Mm-hmm. So he goes, well, what's your social security number? I'm like, should I give this to a cop? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I think I gave it to him, and he comes back. He goes, okay. Turns out it's not.
Wait, so like, what exactly did you tell him?
I think I told him my social security number.
Which is...
So he comes back. He goes, okay.
And he's like, now we're getting somewhere.
Now your mother's maiden name.
Yeah.
Gotta be
now
different.
the suspect has a large penis. Now show me your dick. So he comes back. He goes, okay, good news and bad news. I go, good Christ. He's like, good news, you're not the guy. I'm like, I know. Like, oh, thank God I didn't commit a bunch of crimes.
Why do you think I stuck around? Like they told me. If I was the guy, I would not have stuck around.
Why do you think I stayed in this car and sped all over the place taunting the police? And I said, and the bad news, I'm giving you a ticket. I'm like, that's fine. Can I go? It's been like an hour just sitting in the car. So I got a couple more creditor calls after that. Like everyone chasing this guy for money. And I did look up, at some point, I think when I was a journalism student, we found out up at this website where you could like look up people's criminal records, like, public record in Wisconsin. And I did find his record. He has a litany of offenses, like nothing terribly violent, just like stolen cars and like, fraud and shit like that. Nothing, skipping out on court dates.
We should find this guy. See if he's turned his life around.
I'll be pretty upset if he's more successful than me. I gotta be honest.
Let's get him on the pod. Find out what he thinks about yes bars or whatever.
It's actually a Dick Draper Mad Men situation. That guy's actually me. He killed me a long time ago and just assumed my identity.
No. He completely turned his life around, became independently wealthy, and is a big philanthropist now.
His name is Elon Musk.
No, he said philanthropist.
Oh, right, philanthropist, not piece of shit. No. Well, I was like, but I was worried, like when I did start applying for credit cards, I'm like, is my credit history all fucked up because of this other guy? But no, the credit card companies can tell that I'm a different person.
They're smarter than the cops are, apparently.
Yeah.
This stuff.
So... Yeah,
but not that smart because the collections agencies kept calling you. They couldn't figure it out.
And maybe the key was he wasn't an organ donor, and I was. So maybe that was what set it off on the license. Yeah. I don't know.
Finally did it.
Fucking selfish.
Well, no one's going to want our organs after we pump this protein bar into our body. So let's get it over with. We got 3 protein bars, rate them on a 5-point scale. Love that, like that, indifferent to that, dislike that, hate that. Yeah. Let's get this big old brick Builder's Protein out of the way. Clif Bar, Builder's Protein. The flavor is chocolate peanut butter. It's got 20 grams of protein.
It says built with purpose. And that purpose is for us to make gagging sounds on a podcast,
probably. Yep. There she is.
This thing.
Buzz chocolate and peanut butter.
Why do they all taste the same?
Smell it too. It's upsetting.
It smells bad.
We hate them, but we just don't have the energy to be mad anymore. Also smell it. It's also bad. Repeat comment from last time.
They all smell and taste the same.
I want my money back for this thing, and I didn't even pay for it.
Says it's 290 calories, which honestly is not bad for a bar of this weight and girth. All right, Geiger, what do you think?
Much like that doppelganger was a shitty imitation of me, this is a shitty imitation of a chocolate peanut butter bar. This is not good. All of them have just that generic shitty, I don't know, must be the whey protein or something in it. Just like that crappy, I don't know, like dull aftertaste motherfucking thing in the middle. Yeah, chocolate's not good. I dare you to find anything that tastes like peanut butter in here. There's like a hint of like burnt peanut flavor somewhere in there, but it's bad. I hate that. This is shitty as fuck.
Chad, what do you think of it?
I was going to say, what are we? I
was going to make a comment. I couldn't even.
All right. I'll say something little. Maybe this will be controversial. I don't know. We have had many, many worse protein bars on this podcast.
That is true.
Sure.
This is a stretch. I'm trying to find positives about this bar. I think for a protein bar, the texture is okay. That's literally the best I can.
Nicholas
think
R.
of himself.
Geiger for a criminal wasn't that violent.
It's kind of got like almost like a crisped rice or wafery kind of texture to it, which I think is okay. I don't think the chocolate and peanut butter is all that offensive compared to some other ones that we have had. It does have that nasty protein bar aftertaste, which really brings it down. But I think I'm gonna actually keep this at a very, very low level dislike Dad. I'm not sure I can go all the way to hate Dad, but I might change my mind as we go through the episode.
Chad getting soft.
There is a Nicholas R. Geiger.
Yeah.
Who's 45 years old.
Hell yeah.
In Wisconsin.
Uh-oh.
And he is a corrections officer.
Ooh. Maybe he turned his life around. He just stayed there so long they gave him a job. That's how that works, right?
He killed a guard and assumed
his identity. Wait, his identity was his own name? I gotta come up with a pseudonym. How about Nick Geiger?
Fuck it. It's easier than hiring someone. He already knows all the other prisoners' names. Just let him go. This, I don't know if I'm rating these on a regular scale or a protein bar scale anymore. I can't tell.
A regular scale. Why would
I know.
you?
I know it's what I'm supposed to do, but mentally, I seem to be saying what you said, which is this isn't as bad as most protein bars. I kind of agree with that. We've had way worse than this. Which is why when I thought about giving it a dislike that, I needed to check myself. I wasn't sure if that was right. But I do think I'm also going to give it a low-level dislike that. I can't help but compare it to other protein bars.
You guys are soft.
I know. There's just so much worse protein.
I just think these other two are going to be even worse. I don't know. We'll see.
Ooh,
it doesn't mean they all can't suck. I mean,
that's true. Just because Nicholas R. Geiger is a criminal doesn't make you good. Right?
You are still free to park in no parking zones, all right? You can do that. Be the change you want to see in the world.
All right. Let's do the Think Bar. Think Snack Bar. We've had these Think Bars before, but this is a chunky chocolate peanut one. So same flavor, different bar. This one's a bit thinner. It has just 10 grams of protein, half of what Builders had.
Oh, this is all soft. There's nothing chunky about this at all.
Oh.
Yeah, how could they call this chunky?
Where's the peanut?
Where's the
it's
chunky?
Just goo inside. There's no actual peanuts. Right? Like the picture on the front has a bunch of peanuts in it. There's no peanuts.
really
the
upset
picture
about that.
Almost exclusively large peanuts on the front of the bar.
I've been bamboozled.
It doesn't have peanut one in it.
All right, Chad, you're up first. What do you think?
All right, okay. I feel so much better about my Builder's rating now after eating this thing, which was, this has no peanut butter at all. Or peanut even. It doesn't advertise peanut butter, but it advertises peanut, which there is none. And the texture on this it's so mushy and unpleasant as you bite through it. It's really bad. It has that thick, like, protein bar flavor. Even though the bar's super thin, the flavor just is like cement in your mouth trying to grind through it. This is really, really nasty. Hate that.
I'm going to have to disagree with you. I think this is better than the first one.
Oh my God.
I actually think there is a stronger peanut butter flavor in this. I know there's no like crunch like a peanut. It might just be that all of this is shitty and you gave me twice as much of it the first time. Right? I think this is fractionally better than the other one, but it's still a very clear dislike that. Geiger, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with Novak. This is better.
Wow.
It's creamier in the middle. It has a lot of that fake protein bar. It's bad. I want to be very clear. I don't like it. But it's less chalky than the first one. It's less like, I don't know, the texture of that first one was fucked in a way that this one isn't. But it still tastes bad. So I will put this in a mild dislike as well.
Okay, but it is technically in the lead because it has I am the 2 dislikes, and I would give it the slight edge.
Mm-hmm.
I left the last one, this yes bar, for last because I think it has the most promise. But we will see after the segment. Chad?
We're gonna brought back a old segment. We've done this one a couple times, but we have not done it in a long time. And this is a segment that I call You Read Dat. And that is where we look at some of the more obscure subreddits out there. I will tell you the name of the subreddit, and you guys have to guess what that subreddit, what happens on that subreddit, and whoever is closer get the point. You guys remember when we did this one? It's been a while.
I do. When you said the name, I did not.
I did not know
you
either.
Described it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as an example, one of the ones that we did last time,
Grandpa Joe hate.
The Grandpa Joe hate was one of the ones we did the first time. Yeah. People hating Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka. Last time we did our unexpected 3/5, which is where posts where people would just report times, like pictures of times they just happened to see the number 3/5, like somewhere out in the world, like on a sign or
as one does, yeah,
on a bar or something like that. We had like R5G before, which was just posts with the letter G in it, like pictures close up of a sign. Anyway, stuff like that. All right, so I got I don't know, 8 or 9 of these or something like that. Let's see how you guys do. But we're gonna start easy here. I think you guys should be able to figure this one out, but we'll see. This is r/ratnuts. r/ratnuts. Novak, we'll start with you. What do you think happens on Ratnuts?
Oh boy.
I really hope this is not quite as literal as it sounds. But the look on your face tells me it might be people posting pictures of rats' nuts. So I think you might not overcomplicate it early. I'm going to say this is pictures of rat testicles.
All right, Geiger, what do you think?
Novak, you sick fuck. I think this is going to be like fanatics about rats, like people who are just crazy about rats. They're rat nuts.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So I think this is like a bit like a rat appreciation Reddit page.
Nobody thinks it's like a rat next to like a pecan or something like that. No,
I did think that briefly, and then there's also an old hair metal band called Rat, and it could be fans of that.
Okay. All right, Novak gets a point. He nailed it. The description says rats have big nuts and they cannot lie. And it's literally just pictures of rat testicles from various, like a rat crawling big? In the sewer. They for a rat, yeah. I mean, like proportionally pretty big, yeah.
Master Splinter had some real cojones.
The first times around is that I gave Redditors too much credit, which was any credit. So I should know better.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys ever been to r/Grandpa Joe nuts? The fucking balls on that guy did not work for 20 years.
This is a picture. It's just a bunch of upskirt shots of him as he's floating through the air from the fizzy lifting drink.
Upskirt shots. Yeah, he's wearing a Princess Peach dress.
Okay. All right. We'll see what you guys think of this one. This is r/naked Lego. r/naked Lego. A couple ways you could go with this one. Geiger, what do you think?
A couple ways. I think. I mean, I don't want to think it's some sort of porn Lego thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, but like, why would they have?
So I guess it is.
I mean, I guess because, all right, so when you get Lego figurines, they're painted to have clothes on them now. So it's not like there's. Yeah. So did they like strip the paint off so they're naked?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be Legos that are naked that have like tits and dicks and stuff like painted on them.
Okay.
Like anatomically correct naked Lego figures.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Legos. I'll go not the other way, but just another.
Fully clothed Legos. That's the other way.
Buried in realistic parkas.
New in box.
I'm going to go the same direction, slightly adjacent to that, and just say it's people building like building things out of Legos, like a cock or boobs or something, but using regular like Legos and building like dirty stuff out of it.
Okay. Well, here's the description: a community dedicated to lovers and collectors of Lego sets who also appreciate the sexuality and sensuality of their human body. So this is basically pictures of people naked
making Legos,
holding Legos and stuff. So like the very first one. The very first one I clicked on was like, it was just a shot of the dude's crotch. Like he just took a picture of his crotch and his penis was there and there was just a Lego guy standing next to his dick.
Is it like for scale?
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess I'll give the point to
what a dumb
Novak.
Fucking like.
Just a little bit closer.
I've got huge titties and I'm in a coin collection. Like, well, who cares? Like, that's not why we're here.
There's definitely a Reddit for that too.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right, here's the next one.
A 1973 Denver Mint next to my Denver Double D's.
The Denvers.
And here's a Sacagawea coin on my taint. Okay, so next one is r/Frasier Sleepers. r/Frasier Sleepers. Novak, what do you think that
Frasier Sleepers?
Frasier Sleepers.
Frasier?
Frasier Sleepers, yeah.
Okay, I think this is people with Kelsey Grammer body pillows.
Oh, baby, I hear the blues are calling.
Like, I never remember we had some story once in a segment where a guy like married his body pillow.
Yes, I remember that.
So I think
they're marrying Frasier body pillow.
So I think someone, the people are enjoying on different levels this Frasier body pillow.
Baby, I hear the Legos calling. They're right next to my racked penis. All right, Lego, or you said Frasier body pillows. Geiger, what do you think?
See, I would get like a Niles body pillow, but Frasier,
oh wow,
doesn't quite make sense to me.
Okay.
David Hyde Pierce, more like want to pierce that hide. That made no sense. That actually sounded like I was going to stab him. No, that was great.
That was good. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, those. Hold on. I got some others coming too. As soon as I remember one other character's name, Roz.
Roz, yeah.
Yeah.
David Hyde Pierce, not a character name. That's the actor's name.
Frasier also in Cheers, so you could get.
Oh, that's true.
Cliff Clavin body pillow, or
the Norm Went body pillow looks like it'd be pretty comfortable. Actually, it's pretty lumpy. Cheers getting a lot of coverage on this podcast lately.
Yeah.
Okay. Frasier Sleepers. So I'm going to say, like, it's a collection of, like, sneaky good lines and jokes from Frasier, like sleeper jokes from the episode Frasier.
Good.
Okay.
I think I'm putting way too much logic in this, and Novak correctly got the Reddit logic down of, like, it's a bunch of people want to fuck Frasier. What people jacking off on Frasier's face?
This was actually kind of wholesome. I'm going to give the point to Novak, but here's the description. For those who love to fall asleep while watching the hit sitcom Frasier. So it really is just posts of people. They'll be like, oh yeah, last night I put it on and like fell asleep in the middle of like such and such episode. And, like,
okay, that's wholesome. Why is it worthy of someone reading through the Reddit? Like, oh, another guy fell asleep.
Also, how is it wholesome? Wholesome about that?
Because it's not like I want to fuck. I want to pierce David's hide.
It's wholesome by default. Like something on Reddit has to be wholesome. It's the closest fucking thing we have.
This is the first Reddit string that has nothing to do with fucking something.
Fell asleep.
Yeah,
watching Frasier, cock in hand or something.
Cock in one hand, Lego in the other, Frasier on the tube. Okay. All right, here's the fourth one. This is r/I didn't have eggs. r/I didn't have eggs. Geiger.
I guess this is someone fucking an empty egg carton. I think this will be somebody who like baked something, but like without the eggs because they didn't have them, and seeing how it turned out like shit.
Okay.
I would say.
Novak.
Okay, that was definitely what I was going for. So now I'll say,
is this infertility Reddit?
That's where I'm going next.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
This is people who had to adopt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
oh, that's actually really good.
Picture with their adopted children because they did not have functioning eggs to reproduce.
That is super wholesome.
Yeah, that's actually more wholesome than Frasier.
These are people who conceived while falling asleep to Frasier.
They've all agreed to name their children Frasier.
Okay, this Geiger, you're on the board here. You were shockingly close. This is where people screenshot reviews from like recipe websites of people who didn't follow a recipe and then complained that the recipe sucks. So like the first one I clicked on, it was like a recipe for like pumpkin syrup. And the person said, I substituted apple cider vinegar for the pumpkin puree and it tasted awful.
Those things couldn't be more far apart.
That sounds like a pretty good Reddit, actually. That's the first one of these I'd actually want to read.
I was laughing, like, reading through some of them where it's like, oh, I took out the meat and added, like, tofu and then put it all in a burrito, and it kind of didn't work. 1 star.
My wife, bless her heart, is famous for that, where she'll just be like, oh, we didn't have that, so I just put some other shit in there. And she'll be like, didn't really turn out that good. I'm like, well, no, because, like, the famous story was always she told us one time she was making pizza. And I got home and she had poured spaghetti sauce on pita bread and put like slices of salami and cheddar cheese on it. Like, that's not a pizza.
She's downstairs cooking all night. You were upstairs falling asleep to Frasier alone.
I was hoping to get some tossed salad and scrambled eggs, and I got that shit instead.
She didn't have the eggs. Next one. r/funny anesthesia. Funny anesthesia. Novak, what you think?
What I think this probably is, and it's my least favorite of all the funny videos.
Mm-hmm.
All of them?
All the funny videos on the
every funny video.
Yes. But every now and then when we watch AFV or like similar people send in funny video fails or whatever, it's
football.
I hate the ones that are just people coming out of the dentist saying stupid shit, like because they're recovering or whatever. It's never funny to me. I'm gonna say it's those videos.
Okay, Geiger.
I think you've probably got it. That or it's that one that dentist who would loop people up on anesthesia and then go around on his hoverboard. This is. I'm gonna go with a young lady named.
Maybe
Anesthesia.
I hear the musical.
It crashes.
By the way, you've got 6 cavities.
What kind of doctor was Frasier anyway? I'm gonna say it's a hilarious comedian named Anesthesia.
Anesthesia, first name Anna, last name.
That's much better, actually. Yes.
Novak nailed it. It is videos of people who are fresh off of surgery, like saying stuff and like, oh yeah, that's what I can. What like talking slow and shit. And I 100% agree with you, Novak. Those are
is that
not
the police
fun.
officer from earlier?
That was the video. The first video I clicked on was like, stay put. Stick around.
It's about police officers who just had dental surgery and are now pulling people over.
Wee wee. Sir, this is a Wendy's.
I watched a couple videos from it and did not crack a single fucking smile while I was watching them. They're so bad. Okay, here we go. r/stupid dove nests. r/stupid dove nests. Geiger, you're up here. What do you think?
This is a tough one.
I mean, I know nothing about doves in how smart they are or how dumb their nests are. I'm gonna guess it's like bird nests, like in like stupid places. Like a bird built a nest like in an untenable location, like where the taxes are really high. We're tariffed for all the twigs they were brought in from the next county. That's my only stab at this one.
Okay.
I feel like I saw something recently where they were making fun of a bird for like sucking at building nests, and they had like 5 twigs, and an egg sitting in the middle of 5 twigs.
A lot of eggs that keep falling on the ground.
Dumb fucking bird. Har, har, har.
So
you can't nest, you fuck.
I think it's like basically a combination of both of what you said. This subreddit exists for people to share dove nests, parentheses, pigeons count, they find which are, as usual, placed in a stupid spot or just are incredibly poorly made. And so it was like a picture, like one that was like on, like somebody had like a fan in their garage and it was just like on top of the fan. And then it was like on somebody's hose. And then there was also pictures of like 4 twigs and like 1 egg in the middle or something like that. So I would give you guys both a point for that.
There's nothing fucking worse than trying to, like, have you ever had a bird build a nest in a place you didn't want it to be?
Yes.
Like one time built it in our garage and good Lord, like the work it took to get it out. And then every time the fucking bird swoops down, you just like dive out of the way. You're like, holy shit.
They built it, we have our garage door. It's got the light and like the contraption, the engine, they built it like in the light cover. I had to get on a ladder and take it off. Then you feel bad too, because it's like King Kong smashing your house, but fuck you. Well, you shouldn't have put it there.
And you took the eggs because you needed
them. And I took all the eggs so I didn't have any eggs. And then I watched Frasier and fell asleep.
I made this cake with dove eggs and it was not good.
Yeah, we haven't had that at our house, but like we just have there's like a bunch of crows that live like outside our house and they're always like on the wires and stuff. And I'm always afraid because I have heard that crows, like if you cross them, they will like remember and like try to fuck you up later, like weeks later they will come for revenge and stuff. So
they will?
Caw, are you Nicholas R. Geiger?
It was the other one. Where were you on Tuesday?
I'm here to collect on your credit card.
We built a nest on your stolen car and then you drove it into the airport.
Okay, we have got 3 more. Here we go. This is r/we want plates. r/we want plates. Novak.
We want plates. A couple different ways this can go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that it is funny license plates.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
You guys are on the same page here tonight.
I'm going to say it's people like trying to eat food, like trying to hold food that they shouldn't, like they're walking down the street eating like a pizza or something.
Oh, that's
like
pretty good.
Unwieldy food stuff. So that you should be using a plate instead.
Okay, Geiger's a little bit closer because it is food related. This is We Want Plates crusades against serving food on bits of wood and roof tiles, chips and mugs, and drinks and jam jars. So like it's pictures
roof
from
tiles?
Like it's like
crusades against that.
Yeah. So you ever go to like a restaurant and like instead of giving you a plate, it comes out and like a thing that looks like a piece of wood or like some or like there's pictures of people like, oh, they served me this directly in the skillet and they're like pissed off about it, or like the cup comes out in like the drinks in like a mason jar or something like they like complain about that.
It's for bitter assholes with no other problems in life.
I was like looking at these pictures, I'm like, this food looks delicious and you're bitching about the fucking plate it comes out on, you assholes.
Glad someone's looking out for our civil rights.
I do hate that aesthetic. Like we were at a restaurant in Miami last year and like they bring you the menu and it's like in a kid's lunchbox and then like the fucking desserts are stuck in the middle of a toy Eiffel Tower. Like just give me the fucking food. But I'm not going to like, it's not going to consume a large portion of my personality either. Like that's kind of stupid.
Sounds like you'd fit right in with We Want Plates.
I do want just a fucking plate. I gotta be honest. Just give me a fucking plate.
Stop stealing a kid's lunch and order your own.
Stop ordering the thing that's called Eiffel Tower candy.
It's a Snickers just jammed inside. There you go.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you guys this next one was my favorite of all of them. I laughed really hard at this one. This is called r/Dogberg. r/Dogberg. Geiger.
Dogberg? B-E-R-G?
B-E-R-G. Dogberg.
Ooh, okay. There's a couple ways this could go.
Well, A lot of
There
ways.
certainly is.
All right, number one, it's people fucking a dog. No,
and I loved it. I found that so
I
funny.
thought it was the funniest. Okay.
Rat Nuts was pretty funny too.
It could be like Jewish dogs, but I'm thinking it. All right, I'm thinking it's
just
a dog
wearing a yarmulke or something.
Spinning a dreidel. Okay. I think this is going to be a dog that, like, okay, bear with me because I'm thinking something kind of out the side of the box. So you think it's funny? So you know the wrestler Goldberg is always like making goofy faces and stuff like that.
I was literally going to make this exact same Goldberg.
So like it's dogs that are like flexing and like making their face look all weird, like growly, and they kind of look like the wrestler Goldberg when they're doing it.
Okay.
No. I was literally also thinking Bill Goldberg.
Yeah.
However, because it's a little different, I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
I think it is pictures of Bill Goldberg like wrestling moves, but with the dog's head, like just photoshopped onto Bill Goldberg's head.
That would be very funny.
Please tell me it's Bill Goldberg related.
Big Goldberg.
I'm going to give the point to Geiger here. It is Bill Goldberg related.
Yes!
But specifically what it is it's like just the description is post GIFs and videos of dogs doing wrestling moves on people and other animals. So it'll be like a video of like the first video I saw was like somebody sets their like toddler down to like take a picture next to the toddler, and their excited dog comes running in and like just suplexes the toddler to the ground or whatever. Shit like that. And I watched a bunch of those videos of like dogs just nailing little kids, and it was so funny.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. Was there one of a dog doing the Stone Cold Stunner?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would also look at photoshopped dogs on Bill Goldberg's head. That
would be hilarious.
Dog just comes in and spears Hollywood Hogan or whatever. Okay, all right, last one. So the score actually, Novak was off to a big early lead, but the score is currently 5-4. Right. So, Geiger, you could tie it up here if you take this one.
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs, brother.
I'm coming for you, Goldberg. I don't know what wrestler that was.
Hey, brother, you seen our rat nuts? Bigger nuts than me, brother. The only way I can get hard anymore is by holding the Lego.
I hold a little Lego Hulkster next to my dick, and then I fall asleep watching Frasier. Maybe I seem a bit confused, brother. But lately, I got you picked.
Hulkster's erection has left the building.
Actually, you'll be the one doing the pegging, brother.
I didn't have eggs, so I substituted Quaaludes in the cake. Okay. r/divorced birds. r/divorced birds. Novak, what do you think?
Okay. While it could be the heads of birds photoshopped onto an arguing divorcing couple.
Could be.
Could definitely be that.
I think what I'm going to go with is two nests in close proximity that looks like perhaps like one bird had moved out and moved nearby.
That is a great one. Like the male bird is this dumpy looking like one bedroom nest.
It's got a young bird over all the time.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with so this is gonna be when like the female bird catches the male bird posing with Legos next to its dick, and she like divorces him.
Catches.
You've been Snapchatting all these Lego dicks.
This is your chance to tie? That's what you're fucking
Well, my problem is you took mine. So I think it's...
I will tell you, he did not nail it. So you have a chance here to get it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with something simple. Mm-hmm. It's just pictures of like single birds in a lonely little nest, like just like a male bird just in a little, just that's pretty all good. By itself.
Yeah,
shockingly close, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna give you the point. He tied up. Here's what the full description. This is kind of long. Here we go. For pictures of fabulous fowl who look like serial monogamists, please post pictures of birds who look like they are twice divorced or more, and an original caption about their backstory. Pictures/videos must be of actual birds, parentheses, feathered fowl, not human women, not art or paintings or photoshopped, no dead birds. And so,
quit putting your pictures of human women in this fucking Reddit string. Someone might actually want to look at it.
The first picture I saw, it was like this bird like kind of strutting along, and she had like two like baby birds like strutting behind her, and then it was like this whole backstory about like how she's a single mother with like her 2 kids and like, you know, just trying to make ends meet but keeping it fashionable and all this other shit. And I'm like, what are you doing?
For some reason, I'm picturing like Sam the Eagle sitting in his boxers on the couch, like with some Hot Pockets and a beer or something.
I want people to message us with which one of these they first went to, because I guarantee I know people who listen to this that are going to check some of these out.
Which one would you guys go to first?
Absolutely, Dogberg. There's not even a question.
I forget the one in the middle that I said I thought I
didn't have eggs. It's pretty funny.
No, some. Oh yeah, maybe it was the I didn't have eggs.
The recipes one, yeah. That's a good one too. And of course, naked Lego for pictures of penises.
Oh, the tiebreaker is r/Hulkster. All right, let's get to the yes bar. Dark chocolate chip with cinnamon and vanilla. This one's only got 3 grams of protein. I'm not sure it even qualifies as a protein bar, but it is a very small portion, so maybe a bigger one would likely have more.
Look, it's a bar and it's got protein in it, so
it's very tiny. It does seem like almost it could be like a sample size of a bigger one, or maybe this is just what it is.
What's in this?
Nuts or something.
Dark chocolate chip with cinnamon and vanilla.
Oh, yeah,
the nuts.
Doesn't it taste like nuts though? Almonds, cashews, maple syrup, dark chocolate. Yeah. Oh, good.
Sorry.
The last.
That was nice knowing you.
Your last conversation on Earth will be about Lego dicks.
I never got to see Dogberg.
Okay. I wanted to like this one the best.
What?
The thing that was more appealing to me about this is I could see the components of it. Right? I can see some like nuts in there, the chips. It looks like it could be decent, but those components feel like they've been packed together with mud. Like it just has a very kind of muddy taste to it. And the aftertaste is not great. Pretty disappointing. I'm going to give it a dislike dat. This is anybody's game in the home stretch here, Geiger.
Yeah, it's kind of like rat nuts, where you just want to go in, you could see the nuts in there. You're really excited about that.
The first one I clicked on, it was like a rat trying to climb over a box. And it was like the picture was from down below somehow. And the rat's nuts had gotten like caught on the corner of the box. So like 90% of the rat was over and these nuts were just hanging down into frame.
Dear Lord.
Could have lived my whole damn life without knowing that.
I was like, oh, all right. Rat under the ball shot. Great.
We're somehow nearly 320 episodes in, and that's the worst fucking thing that's ever been said.
Bunch of fucking weird ass Ansel Adams is out there like, I gotta get this shot for the Reddit. The rat's nuts are caught.
Don't move, squeakers! I need to take up this pick of your balls. They're in the perfect place.
Squeakers. I bet you there's a bunch of there's another one of just like people animating Remy from Ratatouille, just with giant fucking swinging balls.
I'm sure you
but they're still caught on the corner.
They're always caught on the corner of a box somewhere. There's Remy on corner of box.
Why do you bring that box with you up into the chef's hat? Just leave it down on the ground. Your nuts won't get caught on it.
Okay.
He can't properly cook without a box.
They're caught on the corner of a mahogany chest.
It's wooden titties.
What material can you catch your rat's nuts on the corner of? Tell us in the comments.
No, don't. Fucking freaks. Leave us alone.
All right, Gagger, what do you say?
I'm going to sprint away from this fucking thing.
You dying?
Sorry. This is my last. With my last breath, I give this a hate dad. I think this is bad.
Nuts on the corner of a box.
Nuts in styrofoam peanuts.
Please make sure a rat gets his nut caught on the corner of my casket as I die. Put it on the Reddit.
Tell that rat to put him on the box.
As soon as I said put him on the put it on the Reddit, I knew that joke was coming from somebody. Yeah, this is terrible. It's like loose nuts held together with glue. It tastes like shit. I did not have high hopes, and they were met. I actually think this is probably the worst one for me. Also because it did trigger a little bit of my allergy, so this is a hate dad for me.
You know what?
It's bad.
Before Chad even goes, I'm going to take away his thunder and change this to hate dad. I can still taste it. So that was the drama here will be whether this is a flaming bag of dog shit, Chad.
Yeah, I was going to ask when you had the 3 dislikes if it was where it ranked in your 3 dislikes, but I guess you've made that clear now. It is the worst of the 3. Geiger, you think this is the worst of the 3 also?
Yes, I do.
I agree. This is the worst of the 3. The consistency here, it's like weirdly chewy, almost coconutty, but I think that's like the nuts or something in there. It is so bitter, like disgustingly bitter, overwhelmingly bitter. There's no redeeming flavor here whatsoever. And the consistency, as I said, is really bad. This aftertaste is lingering. I've drank a ton of water since I ate it, and I can't get the aftertaste out of my mouth. Nothing works here. This is really terrible. I think it's by far the worst tonight. Hate that.
Okay, the think bar by default is the winner. Nothing got higher than a dislike. Geiger, where can the listeners contact us?
If you're into rat nuts, if they've been caught on the corner of any sort of object while you took a picture of them, if you fall asleep to
caught on the corner of the Lego box before you open the Lego, and then you can get 2 subreddits at once with that picture.
Yeah, caught on the corner of your own nuts while you're taking a naked Lego shot. What if you did like a Lego next to a naked rat nut? Like that'd be kind of crossing the streams.
Yeah, what if you did that?
What if? Makes you think.
What if a garbage man was actually smart? What if you not only fall asleep to Frasier, but if you fall asleep to the Frasier remake, we could do a separate Reddit stream for that, specifically about the Frasier remake.
They remake it, or just like?
No, they remade it.
It was like a reboot,
reboot.
Yeah, the story's still going,
sequel.
Right?
No, it was remade. He was
nobody else could play Frasier Crane.
Frasier came back as a wrestler named Dogbert, and he started fucking power bombing Niles repeatedly in the fucking head.
I just want to say I love that you guys both went to Bill Goldberg. I think that's so funny.
That or the only other thing I could think of is like some sort of like a dog on the iceberg that sank the Titanic. That didn't quite make sense. So anyway, if you are a big fan of Reddit, maybe go outside and touch some fucking grass. If you want to ask us a question about any of the snacks we tried, suggest a snack for us to try, ask a question for the mailbag, as that lovely person did today, you can reach us at You Tried Dat at gmail.com. We're on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. If you like what we're doing, if you like all the talk
you
about
like
nuts,
well, you shouldn't,
because that's a rat's nut. You can let us know by leaving us a review or a star. Let your friends and family know. And as always, thank you for listening. And Nicholas R. Geiger, if you're out there somewhere fucking making license plates and Sing Sing, let me know. And I'll come visit you. I'll come visit you in prison. I don't know what we'll talk about.
Do the record there. Not since Johnny Cash was in Folsom Prison. It's when YTD.
Well, I stole a car and I left it at the airport.
Saukville's live from Saukville jail.
There is a prison out there. It's the Zaki County Prison. It's out there.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this time. We'll be back next time. Try out 3 random.
Deuces.
Yep.